Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're currently here at Li Auto BGC and we are now going to test drive this all new Li Auto L9. Open the cover, there we are. So we have again Adrian 1011 and to Sir Neil. So if you want to check out all of the latest Li models, so I highly recommend this showroom. So I already covered the Li Mega, so check that out on my channel. Now this time, let's tone it down a bit and check what this Li Auto 9 is all about. So like that of the Lee Mega, the design language of this, well in Lee Autos in general, you have like one single piece of light. So remember, this is only your DRL. The main headlamps are just down here below. And you have a ground clearance too of 210 millimeters, which may vary because this Lee Auto L9 is equipped with air suspension. Yes, you can put it to the highest or even to the lowest of settings. And this being the ultra top of the line brand, these are running on 265, 45, and 21 series tires and wheels respectively. So it's kind of big already for a crossover of this size. It came to my attention to having just did the walk around of the Lee Mega. The Lee Auto logo kind of looks like an upside down reverse image of an F1 logo. Barring the Li Auto L9 Ultra, well, it is the same throughout the lineup, but unlike that of the Li Mega, which is powered only by an electric motor, this one has a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that acts as a range extender. So this one charges two electric motors, one here up front and at the rear. So you have a combined power of 450 horsepower and 620 Newton meters of torque. So the acceleration time is done in 5.3 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. Yeah, that already sounds really quick for what this is. And two, with the battery size, this has a total capacity of 52.3 kilowatt hours. So this is a really big power unit. And as Li Auto states, this has a comprehensive range of more than 1,400 kilometers. So hopefully soon, if you have lent out of this or even the smaller L7, I want to test out that theory, or the range rather. Yep, this car is so big that it literally doesn't fit in the entire frame itself. So this being the L9, this is much longer than that of the L7 model, but there's something interesting more with this L9. This is why I wanted to shoot this in the first place. And here at this part of the car, you have 3 cameras, even to the pillar that mounts the side mirrors itself, which is very cool. And as well, once you open the vehicle and at night, you have paddle lamps. And this one's a nitpick of mine only. I find it weird that crossover has this feature. Yep, this has side steps. So if in case you have the elderly going into this vehicle, yeah, I think it will come in handy. And two, this is for your fuel. And if you go to the right side, so you have a Type 2 charger, one slow one and one fast one. And now here at the rear of this Li Auto L9, yeah, it's such a nice design. Again, very simplistic because you just have one single piece of light, and that's pretty much it. And remember, this is a Chinese spec one because it has the badges over here. But I'm not sure if the PH spec ones will get this. But hey, it's still a very nice looking rear for any crossover. 4 sensors here, just down below, and electronic tailgate. This is a really big door too. And as you can see on the rear windscreen, the wiper is very much hidden. That is a very cool design by Li Auto themselves. So you have a total boot space here of 332 liters, which is actually pretty good already. Oh my goodness. It's, remember, only take note, this is really high because the air suspension is on. And now we are going down slowly and slowly. And now it's much easier to go up and down. How about that? And more buttons here on the left side. So these are 4. Folding down the 3rd row. Whoops. So now the boot space will extend to 800 liters. And I think 1,000 liters if you try to attempt to fold down the 2nd row. But hey, I don't think you're gonna buy this for practicality anyways. But for what this is already, 800 liters, I can literally fit in here and lie down with ease. And 2 more stuff, you get LED lights and a 12-volt socket here on your right side. And yeah, tethering hooks on either side. And underneath, you have your tire repair kit. And how about this? Yes, this Li Auto L9 comes with a V12 charger as standard. Then once you're done here with the 3rd row itself, rise! Rise! Now this is... Ay, ay! Now, this is the interior of this Li Auto L9. I would say, I think this is now one of the best Chinese vehicle interiors that I've sat in so far because everything here, to the touch, to the visuals, it's one of the most luxurious ones I've sat in so far. So here in the door card, a lot of plush materials. This Li Auto L9 has a 21 speaker Dolby Atmos setup. So I've heard this already off camera. I even tried it out myself during the Lee Mega. As you see in front, in the windscreen, you have a heads-up display. And you're wondering, where is the instrument cluster? Because it's right here on the steering wheel. So like what I said during the Lee Mega walk-around review, it feels like I'm driving a Formula 1 car or a race car in general. Because, I don't know, it feels so cool that everything's here in the steering wheel. So again, a bit more driver-centric focus for once for this type of vehicle. And what I did not discuss during the Lee Mega walk-around review, this is actually a touchscreen. You can adjust the displays like for refueling, the charging, the dates, and then on the left side, you can change your driving mode from electric to fuel to hybrid. And if you swipe it down from the middle, you can adjust your air suspension at will. That's what I like with this L9. You can adjust this while even driving this vehicle at speeds. And here on the left side, you get extra compartment that's aligned with FED, and then back on the steering wheel, more buttons here for your phone connectivity and volume buttons, and on the right side, you get for your camera and some adjustments for your ADAS function. Yes, this top of the line Ultra variant has full ADAS systems. You have a column shifter here, your usual PRND, and for your aid, this is for your auto park settings. I'm not sure if you will try that, but hopefully soon on the channel because I'm still scared to use these systems.
Nagre-red eh. Dapat blue yan eh.
Oh my God! What's... I am literally touching nothing. Not on the pedal, on the steering, nothing. Yo, that's crazy. And once you go in this L9, you are greeted by two 15.7-inch screens. So one here for literally everything. I don't see any physical buttons here whatsoever, but it makes up for it. You have massage functions, you get your cooling seats, and oh my God, I literally do not want to leave this vehicle. Same thoughts what I had with the Lee Mega. Cameras, of course, so you have your 2D mode and for your 3D mode. Then I believe this is the fastest and smoothest 360-degree camera I've ever seen in any vehicle. And how about this? So, example, if I open the windows, it is as well in real time with the model on screen. That is such a flex by Li Auto themselves. And you have an array of safety features with this Li Auto L9. See you in 5 minutes. Oh. Onboard child lock. That's cool. Oh, what the...
Yung mga position.
Memory seat for all the seats? That's crazy.
Tapos yung range niya, di ba? 1,412. So,
That's what I want to test.
di ba? Kahit magpaano-ano ka.
Pwede mo pa mamilisan malakas.
Ito. Swipe this down, there's more stuff that you can do. And this is one of the first vehicles that I know too that has memory seats for up to the second and third row. That's such a, again, an amazing flex by Li Auto. And two, you have a panoramic sunroof for the front seats. And then we'll just skip a bit. Open this center console box. You have one of each Type-C USB ports and a decent amount of space. And this dongle right here can access your phones with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto here for the infotainment system. So at least there is, and because this car is not equipped with those features, but at least you have the wireless mirror cast, whatever it's called here. But I think that would be a good system, since you know my experience already with screen mirror link systems in a lot of Chinese vehicles already. And for the right screen, it's literally for your entertainment functions and some other bits you can do too, like for the seats, the massage functions, and all that. And two, check this out. This is how I did my intro earlier. So you have your cabin rear view. So whoops, open the guys up first. There we go. So you can see up to the second and third row. Then you can even put it here to the front row itself. If you want to change it from this side, press this, and now goes here to the central screen itself. That's such a cool feature. I know I'm not a tech kind of guy, but this is a nice fancy feature. You get two air conditioning vents, two wireless charging pads, and a placement for your key fob. Hold on a minute, I'm a bit annoyed with myself, so turn you off. There you go. And you get two cup holders here. And if you remember this, during my Lee Mega walk-around review, shout out to Jason and Nicole. So we did something crazy in the L7. This comes as standard with all of the Lee Auto vehicles. So if you want to play karaoke while driving, but not with the driver itself, this is such a, again, very nice gimmick to have in this car. And further down the center console, you got a massive storage space along two with a 12-volt socket. And then glove box, pretty decent amount of space. And once you buy any Li Auto vehicle, this is the box that presents your keys. But of course, we do not have it here at the moment, since this is a display unit. And above here, you get touch-sensitive LED lights, hazard button, and for your cabin camera once again. But I like you can open or close it so prying eyes won't be able to see you in the cabin itself. Visor, you get the vanity mirror with LED light. And sadly, unlike that of the Lee Mega, they don't extend, but I will give them the benefit of the doubt because it literally covers my eyes anyway from the sun, if ever only. And biggest highlight of this L9 here at front are the seats. You even get head cushions and everything's electronically adjusted. And there's various modes you can do. Same here too, even for the front seat itself. The massage function is so good, I do not want to lead this vehicle. But for you guys, I will. And second row of this Li Auto L9, here in the door card, pretty much the same like the ones in front. And I forgot to discuss, all of the windows here have double glazing. I cannot literally wait to drive and sit at the rear of this Li Auto L9 because I know this is going to be a very luxurious experience. And the space here, this is even not yet my driving position. Now adjusted to my driving position, I can nearly stretch my legs all the way forward. But hey, I have all the space in the world, even with the panoramic sunroof itself. Remember, I'm small. I'm only 5'4". And yes, there's another sunroof here that stretches all the way to the third row. And literally, look on top, you have the whole world. Correction, this is just the moonroof. I just saw the material itself. But hey, look at that. Nice light here going into the cabin. And everything here is almost similar like that what you get in the Lee Mega itself. So it's a bit of a tongue twister. Get seat back tables behind only the right front passenger seat because the main VIP is definitely gonna sit on this part. And you get two map pockets. You only get one map pocket over here, and here in the middle, another two cup holders, controls for the air conditioning system, seat and heat ventilations, and you get one of each type C USB ports. They're both fast chargers. And further down, adjustments for your fridge. Yes, this is a fridge. Look at that. John Jeremiah C. And yes, this is literally the theme of this vehicle. This is such a flex of a vehicle. And once you get past all of the nice tech, the seats here, again, pretty much immaculate. And if you plan to make people sit here, it's such a nice experience. You get the same head cushions. Again, central armrest. And here further in the middle, like with the recent land out of mine, you get spaces here for putting your phones or other stuff. And yeah, such a comfortable experience. And not only that, for the right side, so Sir Neil discussed about the queen seat mode of this Li Auto L9. So this right seat will actually angle, and look at what happens behind the front seat. The map pocket is actually for your footrest. How about that? So I will literally try this later on during the test drive. And if you just want a nice comfortable experience, or the VIPs not too pesky with all of the space and all of the comfort, you can just simply move the right front passenger seat with a push of a button here. And that's about it. And further above, you get again the rear cabin view and another screen, which is exactly the same like with the right front passenger screen. So you can watch all of the stuff you want, and you can adjust numerous bits to, like for your air conditioning controls and for your massage functions for the seats. And here, hope you can see it, LED light and air conditioning vents too on either side. And just when you thought things couldn't get any better, here in the third row, for such a luxurious vehicle, you have a good amount of space. The headroom is so-so for me, but it's still good enough. Like, I think around people who are 5'8" still. And it's such a nice third row here. And if you want to sit someone here in the middle, it's pretty much doable. Just watch out for a very big lump here in the middle part of the seat. But hey, you can fit 3 of my sides here at the rear only. I think you can squeeze a fourth one, but I would not recommend it whatsoever. And you can even adjust the third row, and they're all electronic once again. Oh my gosh, this is such an amazing vehicle. And you get the adjustment button along too with your heating function and a USB Type-C port, cup holders on either side of the third row itself. So again, Li Auto did not leave out all of the third row passengers here. Right, let's go behind the wheel. That's actually Auto Deals line. So let's get behind the, oh no, making things worse. Right, first drive with this Li Auto L9. And for such a big vehicle, wow, that's actually battery split. Remember, the engine is only here to charge the vehicle. So we're just running on pure EV mode. And this heads-up display is pretty much insane because it can see like obstacles, cars, and all that. And you can actually see your corner camera there too. There's actually some other modes here too that you can adjust, like in the cluster itself. So we can, as I said, we can change the ride height of the suspension, the driving modes. So this is kind of like a dual mode setup. So we have comfort here on the steering wheel, and then another comfort here on the drivetrain itself. So I mean, we have an open road now, so I guess might as well try sport mode itself. And again, despite being a very large and long vehicle, somewhat easy to drive because the steering is pretty much very light, even though I've put this already in a sport mode itself. And why not, sport mode? Oh my god. Oh, she flies. Whee! So remember, you have 620 Newton meters on the top. Holy. Okay. Enough. Wow. So, staying in sport, not much going on, I guess. And let's try this energy recycle mode, which is basically your region's braking. So this is strong. Oh, okay. It's not technically too strong. So it kind of feels like a level 2.5 braking system, and then comfort is pretty much too light, but it kind of slows down gradually at least. And actually, we can just leave it in the strongest of settings. So we just started in sport mode. So let's try now our comfort mode. So if you put everything and tone it down a lot, the car will tone down itself. So I really went full throttle already. It wasn't giving me full power, which is a nice thing. So I assume with like most EV vehicles I've driven already, comfort and either normal mode will be the best driving modes for daily use. And despite being a very large vehicle, the handling of this is surprisingly really good. And despite all of that power, again, it's actually very easy to push. So this is one of the first Li Autos I've driven. I cannot imagine on how the others will fare out, and cannot wait even to drive the Li Mega itself, which I hear is the best Li Auto vehicle that you can see and buy today, because again, for such a concept car looks, it's such a, I would say, amazing vehicle. Let's not take away with the L92. This is, I mean, hey, if you want the 6 or 7 seater, this is literally the perfect crossover for you. And like that of EV vehicles, yeah, the brakes is just slightly spongy, and it varies because again, this is an EV, kind of captures all of the regen and all that. So again, here now, comfort mode, if you want to floor it, okay, it kind of gives me more power now compared with the most comfortable settings. But hey, whatever driving mode you are in, this thing will fly if you want to. And remember, we have a comprehensive range too of 1,412 kilometers. So I really wish we can have a lend out of either this or even the L7, since they're two identical vehicles. Anyway, I want to test out its true range with normal driving only, if you know me already by now. And yeah, the rest, again, like what I said, I like the touch sensitive controls here on the steering wheel. Kind of feels like I'm in a race car. So here, flick it to sport mode and then fly. Oh my, wow. Yeah, and what I like too, this, since this being an EV vehicle, you have an engine, right? I literally forgot there was an engine in this. I do not hear the engine whatsoever. So remember, thanks to the double glazing of the windows, you are so isolated in the cabin itself. This Li Auto L9 gives you the best of both worlds of being a comfortable, luxurious crossover whilst being a crazy fast car if you want to. And of course, it's going to be a fuel efficient vehicle anyway, since the engine is only here to charge the batteries themselves. So whatever runs out, at least you have the safety of both powertrains at least. Yeah, I guess that's a quick dive of this Li Auto L9. Again, I'd like to thank everyone here at Li Auto BGC and to everyone involved in this test drive, to Sir Neil, Adrian, and I'll put everyone else in the description down below. So, right. And one more time. Oh my gosh, wow. Ayan, hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more Li Auto reviews coming right up. Bye-bye.